Hey y'all, and welcome back to another installment of the Book of Brianna, a podcast. You know, I am your host, Dr. Brianna Whiteside, and we're moving straight through this series on stewardship. And I just want to say thank you for journeying with me up until this point. You all, let's continue with the momentum. Let's keep the party going. If you can do me a favor and please like this video, share it with a friend, I would so greatly appreciate it. It really helps my channel in the algorithm. It helps me get more exposure, and this is what I want to do. I want to share positivity. I want to share accountability. I want everyone to get better and live the lives that God has created them to live, and I need your help. I can't do it alone. So please, before I get started, I want to give you an opportunity to help me by liking the video. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, y'all, we are going to talk about a sensitive topic. And it is not a topic that I necessarily want to talk about and want to discuss and unpack, but it is one that I think it's incredibly important to discuss, to talk about, and I want you to hear my heart. I don't want you to hear this as an attack. I don't want you to hear this as me being insensitive. I don't want you to hear this as me just talking trash. I don't. But y'all, we have to get our health together. Believers, we have to lose some weight. We have to take our health seriously, and we can't be in a series on stewardship without talking about how we're stewarding our bodies, right? Because we're either, on two extremes. We really only talk about our bodies being the temple of the Holy Ghost when it comes to sexual immorality, fornication, right? This is where the saints love to beat you over the head with the Bible about your body and protecting your body and treating your body well, and how this is a sin against your own self when you do this sin. But it's still true. That scripture is still true when we're talking about eating. The Bible tells you that life and death is where in the power of the tongue. And yes, that is talking about your words, but it's also talking about your taste buds. It's also talking about what you're putting in your body that may be killing you. Are you eating yourself to an early grave? Are you? Because I know God has probably been talking to you about your eating. And not even just portion control, right? Because gluttony is a sin. Did we forget that? Gluttony is a sin. We kind of, we like to pass that off. Like that's not a major sin, but that is a sin too. Gluttony is wrong. But has he been telling you to stop eating certain foods? I know for me, right? When I felt attacked, when he told me last summer, go ahead and go raw vegan for August. And I said, I know you lying. Raw vegan for August? Go ahead and reset your system. You need to go raw. And I did, and I struggled through it. It was hard. Now I was snatched. My skin was skinning. I was looking good. And then I thought, okay, now you're about to go back to your carnivore diet. And it wasn't so. I've literally been vegan plus since August, since September, because that's when I came off the raw vegan. Vegan plus, and this is what I mean by vegan plus. Majority of my diet consists of vegan food. I am regular. My digestive system thanks me. My skin thanks me. My gut health thanks me. Not only do I eat vegan food, but I also eat salmon. So I eat seafood. I eat salmon specifically. Sometimes I may eat some red snapper. I was eating shrimp, but shrimp was starting to do something really weird to my skin. And when I prayed and asked God, what is it? It was the shellfish. So I had to let shrimp go. But on a day-to-day basis, I'm either eating vegan food or I am eating salmon. And it has started to show in my weight. It has started to show in my skin. And I just feel better. Yo, we can't afford to keep eating junk food and think our bodies will not begin to break down. How do you think you're going to do the will of the Lord for your life if your body is broken down and you can't even sustain the destiny that he has for you because you're eating wrong? You're eating and it's stealing the life that you're supposed to have. Don't let food, which is questionable these days anyway, don't let food steal your life from you, steal your destiny from you. Don't do it. We need to steward our health well, and I'm not sure why we drop the ball as believers on this, and we think that, you know, being in destiny and being in purpose does not also extend to our physical health. But if your body breaks down, you can't be in destiny anymore. If your body breaks down, because your body is your vehicle to do the destiny and do the will of the Lord. So we have to begin to steward our bodies well. That also means going to unbig our backs if it is possible. No shade to people who got big backs. Sometimes I have a big back if I'm not careful. But we have to say enough is enough. We care and love our bodies enough, and we love ourselves enough to not deprive ourselves from functioning in the highest capacity. If you are an able-bodied person, and I'm not saying you're going to get down to a size 2, but are you at a healthy weight for your bone structure? Are you at a healthy weight for your joints? Are you at a healthy weight for your knees? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you at a healthy weight for you? I'm not saying look on the internet, look at any models or anybody. Don't even look at me when you're trying to assess weight, because your girl's sitting over here at like 180, but it's majority muscle. However, I even had to look at myself and say, you're putting on too much muscle, Brianna. You're getting too heavy for your frame. You're going to have to slim down. And that's the journey that I am on. I am on a toning journey now, which means that I can't keep throwing them heavy weights around in the gym. That meant that I had to start lifting lighter weights, more reps, more sets. I had to start doing more cardio, HIIT workouts, things of that nature, because I realized you're getting too big here. Your metabolism is not as fast as it used to be. Your body ain't what it used to be because you are getting older. Am I in shape? Yes. Am I too heavy though? Yes. And so let's go ahead and back up, because there was a period, you know, when I was in this little transition of my career and stuff, where I kind of started to let my health go. And it was, I was just under a lot of pressure. Things weren't going the way that I wanted them to go. I was eating more, even though I was eating, you know, healthier foods. I was eating more carbs. I was binge eating carbs and junk and chips and stuff like that, which is why I don't keep chips in my house. Y'all know if it's in your house, you're gonna eat it, because I was slam some chips. So that's why I try not to keep them in my apartment. But I was going through a lot of disappointments and a lot of mental warfare, and I just started eating. And since I wasn't working out, my body just started to look like I was eating, you know? And I was like, yo, you may look okay to other people, but you know how you don't look okay to you? You know how you used to look, and you know how you like to look. And I wasn't liking the look how I was looking. It is you looking how you looking. I was looking how I was looking because I wasn't in a healthy state. And I said, hey, you're gonna have to get this together. And that meant that I had to do the hard thing to go back to the gym. Now I did stop going to the gym, and so I started going back to the gym in November-ish. And so that's when I was, you know, still lifting heavy, getting back into the routine. I was working out every other day because I was in the gym doing full body workouts 3 times a week. And then I noticed, you're getting too big, girl. You're getting too big. And I said, all right. So when we hit March, which is the month we're in, I said, you're going to have to tone up. So now you're going to have to switch it up. You're going to have to go to the gym more. You're going to have to do more cardio. You're going to have to lift less weights. And, you know, it's fine. It's fine, right? I have to do what I have to do, but I want to encourage you to do what you have to do. And let's not, even if you can't make it to the gym, let's not pretend that those home workouts don't work too. Because they did. When we were in 2020 and we were in the pandemic, them home workouts were my best friend, and I was getting snatched on a home workout. You do have 20 minutes in your day. You do. And you may not feel like it. This is when you got to tell your feelings to shut up and defy the odds and do all the things. But you have 20 to 30 minutes to work out. It doesn't have to be perfect. You need to get moving. So many people are unhealthy because we're working from home more, we're sitting down more, we're not moving around as much, and you know, you're putting on the weight, and you know, your muscles are you're losing muscle mass, and you know, you're just, sometimes you don't realize you're getting wide and bigger and unhealthy until it's too late. And I want you to prevent certain things that come along with not taking care of your health. God is a healer, yes, and he will heal you. I believe that, but he's also a God of prevention. He'll also tell you to stop doing certain things to preserve your health. What if you're cheating yourself out of the real destiny that you're supposed to have because you're not taking control over your mouth? It's not what's coming out of your mouth all the time. Sometimes it's what's going in that's taking you out of here. And I don't like that. I don't like that. I want you around. I want you to live an abundant life, and I want you to have everything that Christ died for you to have, but you won't have it if you are unhealthy, if you can't sustain it, if your body can't take it. And wouldn't it be a shame that you suffered all of this time and you've done all of these things only to realize that you don't even get your reward because your body can't sustain it? I don't want that to be your story. I don't want that, because that would be tragic and it would be hard to hear. So in order for you to do everything that Christ died for you to do, and in order for you to live a good life, you got to feel good about yourself. You got to feel good about how you look in clothes and how you show up, and even how you look when you're not clothed. Now look, should nobody be seeing that if you're unmarried? But I'm just saying, when you look in the mirror and you hop out of the shower, do you like how you look? How do you feel about you? Look at it's raining out here. It's always a hater in the room. How do you feel about you? Are you self-conscious? Why are you self-conscious? Is there anything you can do about it? And this is no shade to anybody. If you need help, go get help. If you need medication to help you lose weight, go get that medication. If you can go to the gym, go to the gym. If you can fast, fast. Like, there's so many ways for you to do it. And I'm not going to be someone to tell you, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. You have to do what's best for you and your health, but I'm telling you that you have to take your health seriously. This is no time for us to be playing around. This is no time for us to be doing everything else. Y'all know we can say we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us besides lose weight, huh? Christ didn't empower you to take your health seriously? The devil is a liar. So many people have died prematurely because they've been overweight and not thinking it was a big deal. Recently I had a friend who was telling me about a friend of his that died. And he died because he was too heavy. He was too heavy. The doctors had been telling him that, you know, hey, you need to lose a few pounds, and he didn't think much of it. He was too heavy. And he passed, and he left behind a wife and a child because he didn't take his health seriously. And I don't want that to be you, because that's tragic, that's sad. It's hard. We have to be preventative, y'all. We have to take ourselves seriously. You are a big deal and you matter in the earth, and you must take your health seriously. And so some ways that you can, you know, potentially take your health seriously. First and foremost, how much rest are you getting? Because you can't expect to be super productive if you're running on 4 hours of sleep. How much rest are you getting? Stop scrolling at night. Train yourself to go to bed. Get your rest. I get about 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I know I'm privileged. Don't come for me. I know I get my sleep. If I have to rearrange some stuff, I do a lot of stuff. But if I have to rearrange something to get my sleep, or even to get a nap, I'm going to get that nap. So how much sleep are you getting? This is one way you're able to steward your health. How much water are you drinking? You know, our bodies are is made up of a lot of water. Are you dehydrated? Are you dehydrated? And sometimes regular water won't work. Sometimes you're going to have to get coconut water, or if you don't want to purchase coconut water, you can put cucumbers in your water and add some lemon juice. So are you drinking your water? Are you getting your rest? And also, what are you eating? What are you consuming? What are you putting in your mouth? Are you putting empty calories such as junk food and fast food in your body? Are you eating real foods? Because y'all know McDonald's ain't real food. If the food does not spoil or mold, it ain't real. And I'm not telling you to go vegan like me, because it ain't for everybody. It's sometimes I don't think it's for me. But I am asking you, what are you eating? You can pack your lunch. That will also help you save money. You can pack your lunch. You can eat better. You can take steps to be better, right? It doesn't have to be overnight, but you can take small steps to be better, to create new routines and habits. And also, are you taking your vitamins? What type of vitamins are you taking? One thing I realized that I needed to take more of was some magnesium. Of course, I take liquid vitamin D, but I needed some more magnesium and omega-3. And so I had to incorporate those things into my new, vitamin routine. And I needed to do it for my own health. And also working out. Okay, you don't have a gym membership? Cool. Does your apartment complex have a gym? And I know those apartment complex gyms, sometimes they ain't hitting on nothing, but they will get the job done if you are opposed to doing a home workout. Those home workouts work. My favorite home workouts are Pop Sugar workouts. They have different variations of things. You just need to get moving. I'm not gonna say you gotta do an hour, but 30 minutes a day goes a long way. We must get ourselves together, y'all. We must. We can't afford to keep playing and just keep praying. And y'all, some of us are missing out on divine opportunities because our bodies and our hearts won't be able to sustain it. Some of us are missing out on things we're really supposed to have because we're not in the proper health. And that is tragic. And I'm also talking about the skinny folks too. I'm just not talking about the overweight people. I'm talking about the skinny folks, because just because you're skinny does not mean you're healthy. It doesn't mean that, right? Are you drinking your green juice? And I'm not talking about the green juice with all those sugars added into it. Are you drinking your green juice? Are you eating your fruits and vegetables? Are you taking your probiotics? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that we have to do in order to take ourselves seriously. And not only seriously, I mean, in order to take ourselves seriously. Yeah, in order to take ourselves seriously and our health seriously. Like this obesity, when it is not out of your control, is a problem. If you are just sitting around and you are not considering the effects that your weight may have on your family, we must reconsider. If you go today because of your health, what's going to happen to everybody else? How is that going to impact other people? How is that going to impact you? Because you had so much life to live and you had so much to give the world, but it was cut off prematurely because of your health, of your decisions, your daily decisions. And I'm not saying you can't have a cheat meal. I'm saying all your meals should not be cheat meals. All your meals should not foods packed, stacked sky high. That's gluttony. That's gluttony, and that's also greed. Greed is not just in the form of money. And I know sometimes believers, we just like to, talk about people who got money like, oh, it's greed. Greed is also shows up in your consumption. What are you eating? And I'm not talking about spiritually. I'm talking about in real life. What are you eating? And is it working for your good or against you? We got to get it together, y'all. We need you. And I want you to hear my heart. We need you. And I'm talking to me too. Because now that I got to work out more than 3 days a week, my body be like, girl, we did our work the other day. And I'm like, girl, come on. You got some more work to do, because you got to get some of this muscle off of you. You got to tone up. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But it is necessary. And you are more than capable of getting your physical health together. I think we got the spiritual health down pat. Where we struggle is that physical health. And so I want to encourage you to get moving. Go for a walk today. Go for a walk. You can still scroll on TikTok and go for a walk. You can still talk on the phone and go for a walk. You can kill two birds with one stone. It's possible. But you gotta take it seriously, y'all. We must. Even with the current state of the world and all of these new viruses and things starting to crop up out of nowhere, we must take it seriously. Because sometimes your good health can help you out. It can go a long way. I want you here. This is the only reason why I'm having this discussion with you. I want you here for as long as possible. But we must take care of our health. We must absolutely take care of our bodies. because our bodies are the temple of the Holy Spirit, and our bodies are our vehicle on this earth, and our bodies give us legal right to operate in the earth. But when that body starts breaking down and turning against you, what do? And I'm not saying this, when things just happen, when life. I'm not saying that. I'm saying when we are making active decisions, conscious decisions most of the time, to just not care. Or to just not care. And I'll be the first to say, and I don't even eat chicken no more. I'll be the first to say, when I'm in my feelings, I want some fried chicken. I do, because it's comfort food. But I also have to realize, girl, you don't need that fried chicken, because you're going to have to work it off tomorrow. You're probably going to mess your stomach up, because it's going to get out of my body. We're not used to having this here. And you will need to retrain yourself about what you do and what you latch on to when you hurt and when your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? Your coping mechanisms, they're problematic. And I'll call myself to the carpet. I will. But y'all, we have to steward our bodies well. And I'm not just talking about fornication or sexual immorality. I'm talking about gut health. I'm talking about eating properly. I'm talking about the stuff we don't like to talk about. We can do all things through Christ, and that includes be healthy. That includes be healthy. So, short podcast today. I'm going to leave you with that. Go ahead and like this video. I know I said a lot. I'm sorry. But go ahead and like this video, please, so more people can hear the accountability pep talk that I just gave you. And I will see you soon. Are you coming back? Please come back. I promise the next episode will be nicer. But please come back for another installment of the Book of Brianna, a podcast. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.